When you hear the term Stoic mentality, you might think it just refers to someone who doesn't wear their emotions on their sleeve or complain no matter what they're going through. However, if a person has a Stoic mindset that's informed by the philosophy of Stoicism, this isn't a suitable description in the least. If a person works to have the mind of a Stoic, by applying the principles of Stoicism to their daily life, they possess a rich worldview that can help them thrive and grow. What is a Stoic mindset? When a person integrates the teachings of Stoicism into their day-to-day life, they could be said to have a Stoic mindset. Though this philosophical school was founded more than 2,000 years ago, modern people are catching up to the usefulness of adopting a Stoic mentality. Stoicism argues that one can achieve inner peace and contentment by living virtuously, developing self-control, and living in accordance with nature. I know what you're thinking. Sure, that sounds easy enough when things are going your way. But what about when the sky falls? The true Stoic can maintain a sense of tranquility and calm even when experiencing extreme external circumstances. The key here is that they aren't suppressing or hiding their true feelings for themselves. They've integrated the full belief system into their life so that they are truly able to live a good life regardless of what happens to them. Before we dive in, it's worth noting that developing a Stoic mentality isn't something that will happen overnight. The pursuit of bettering yourself and your life is one that you can engage in for the rest of your life. Changing your mindset is different than convincing yourself that you feel other than you do. So don't try to force a top-down transition. Change will come over time with discipline, study, and perseverance. Gratitude for what you have. Do you spend a lot of time being upset about what you don't have? Are you constantly thinking that if you just had more money, a bigger house, a better body, or even a different family, then you could then be happy? The Stoics recognized, along with a number of other wisdom traditions I should add, that it benefits us personally to shift our focus from thinking about what we lack to being grateful for what we do have. See how many are better off than you are, but consider how many are worse. If you are struggling to shift to a perspective of gratitude, Marcus Aurelius offers excellent advice. Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess. And then thankfully remember how you would crave for them if they were not yours. Ain't that the truth? All the things you have that you take for granted, you would likely long for if they were missing from your life. Finally, remember this short maxim from the great emperor. If you are struggling to tap into a grateful mindset, each day provides its own gifts. Seeing opportunity in obstacles. What if you got excited when you met challenges instead of being shot down? What if you embraced adversity to learn and grow? This is another essential aspect of a Stoic mindset. You're going to face obstacles in life. That's not something you can control. What you can control is how you react to them. The mind adapts and converts to its own purposes, the obstacle to our acting. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The challenges we face become a crucial part of the story of who we are. If we want to achieve great things, we will have to go through hard times. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. There are always going to be times when we fear we will be destroyed by what we face. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to tap back into our inner strength when circumstances knock us off our feet. When jarred, unavoidably, by circumstance, revert at once to yourself and don't lose the rhythm more than you can help. You'll have a better grasp of harmony if you keep going back to it. Facing adversity head-on doesn't mean you are free from fear. It means you're courageous despite your fear. The bravest sight in the world is to see a great man struggling against adversity. Taking responsibility. A person with a Stoic mindset doesn't blame others for the things that happen to them. They see the way that their own actions created the outcome they're currently facing. Common and vulgar people ascribe all ills that they feel to others. People of little wisdom ascribe to themselves. People of much wisdom to no one. Epictetus teaches us that the next level beyond blaming others is to blame ourselves. However, that's not the last stop on the wisdom train. A true Stoic understands all events as a part of the larger network of reality, of fate. They accept reality as it is rather than trying to pin the blame on someone to make it feel more understandable. Exercising compassion. Another essential component of a Stoic mindset is compassion. The Stoics believed that we are all interconnected. We do not all live in isolated vacuums. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. The Stoics place a great deal of value on helping others and being empathetic. I had rather never receive a kindness than never bestow one. In fact, in this Seneca quote, we're reminded that we're benefiting ourselves when we treat others well. He that does good to another does good also to himself. If you feel that your circumstances keep you from practicing compassion, Seneca has some more advice to offer. Anytime you interact with anyone, there is an open door for being kind. Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for a kindness. Acceptance of nature and fate. The Stoics believed that the universe was an ordered, rational place. Not only did they believe in fate, but they thought that we must embrace and even love our fates in order to truly flow with nature. As it is pleasant to see the sea from the land, so it is pleasant for him who has escaped from troubles to think of them. In the above Epictetus quote, we're reminded of the way it feels to reflect on adversity after the fact. Though we might not love the feeling of struggling and suffering at the time, we ultimately learn valuable lessons that help us mature and grow. Looking back upon difficult times, we often feel a sense of nostalgia that would be practically unthinkable when we were going through the event. If we can recognize this, it can completely transform the way we see our lives and the things that happen to us. We see it as a part of a bigger picture, not just isolated incidents. We see that what happens to us is a necessary part of our story. Man's ideal state is realized when he has fulfilled the purpose for which he is born. And what is it that reason demands of him? something very easy, that he lives in accordance with his own nature. Observe constantly that all things take place by change, and accustom thyself to consider that the nature of the universe loves nothing so much as to change the things which are, and to make new things like them. Everything is the product of one universal creative effort. There is nothing dead in nature. Emotional resilience. Being a Stoic doesn't mean suppressing your emotions, but it does mean cultivating emotional resilience. Nothing happens to any man that he is not formed by nature to bear. Marcus Aurelius. In the face of life's challenges, you can develop inner strength and maintain emotional balance. A person with a Stoic mindset can do just that. Every difficulty in life presents us with an opportunity to turn inward and to invoke our own inner resources. The trials we endure can and should introduce us to our strengths. Prudent people look beyond the incident itself and seek to form the habit of putting it to good use. On an accidental event, don't just react in a haphazard fashion. Remember to turn inward and ask what resources you have for dealing with it. Dig deeply. You possess strengths you might not realize you have. Find the right one. Use it. Here is the rule to remember in the future when anything tempts you to be bitter. Not, "This is a misfortune," but "To bear this worthily is good fortune." Virtue as the only good. We can't rightfully talk about the Stoic mentality without talking about the idea that virtue is the only good. A person that is a practicing Stoic will aim to always act with virtue, no matter how small or inconsequential a particular situation seems. How to act? Never under compulsion, out of selfishness, without forethought, with misgivings. One can't really have a Stoic mindset without embracing the 4 Stoic virtues. The notions of wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice must be incorporated into every decision and action. Subscribe for more videos. Thank you.